Tilak. This is Hey, this is Tilak. Welcome back to System Extract or Fusion Extract tutorial. Today, what we are going to see is like in the last. If you haven't seen my previous tutorial, please go and see it. This is a continuation of the previous tutorial. The previous tutorial, we used the template or a wizard to create the system extract. Today, we are going to do the same by we are going to do everything manually. Like, the whole thing will be done manually. And so you know that like if you want to add something or like delete something, it's easier to do that. So now we'll see what we did last week. Okay. Now we see what we did in our last tutorial. Okay. This is the structure we created. Uh, we created a root UV. In the root, we have an email address, and that the person history is, then we have the personal history, then we have some kind of attribute, or you can say columns within that. This is what we did that. Now, what we are going to do here is we are going to create the same UV as a root. Then within that, we are going to create a one more record that has got the person basic information like person ID and the start date, person number, and that the person type. This is what we are going to have it. And this one will be that the name will be the child of it. Like another will have the name information, and that address we are going to make as a child of the name. Okay, so basically the previously these two records comes parallelly, and here we are going to make a hierarchical format, and probably we are going to hide the IDs. Okay, so we may extract it, but we do not need to expose it in the XML. This is the whole idea. Now we'll go back to our extract. Okay, now we'll go and see that data exchange. In the data exchange, we go to extract definition. Last time we did a demo. We do a demo too this time. We are creating it. Create not from the template, we say create new. And either you can go for a full profile or you can go for archive. This is not this. I think last time we picked up a full this one. We'll go full profile. It's no problem. The same. Okay, demo test 002. This is our name. Consumer is report. It doesn't make any difference whether a report or the report is the default is fine. Then we are saving it. Okay, now we have all this information. You can give a description. Everything is fine. Effective date comes by default as a parameter. We'll come to that later. Now we'll get into the design part. Okay, what is the data group? Say we say person extract, something like that, or person demo. Okay, something like that. Okay, the tag comes up by default. What is the user entity? Whether you can go advanced and search it. Till I have it, I'll do that. Okay, it is always advisable you keep all your user entity and the attributes or the group names like ready. That would be easier if you are trying to. Here we have a lot of problem with the search, so it's always better you go with that. Keep the information ready for you. Okay. Okay. Now the threading type is object. We talk about that later. Sorry, this is my mistake. This is supposed to go here. User entity. Okay, here We go that this is the key we talked about in that our previous this one. This is that how we like threading is or how that the grouping is done. So extract person ID, we are saving it. Okay. Now it's created the extract name as a emo, and you can see the root uh, user entity or a root group, whatever you call it. Now here, either you can go here and click it, or you can do a right click. Okay, I'm going to create a child data group. Okay, or I'm going to create a record. That is what we agreed. Like what we said is we are going to create a record under that extract person ID and all that stuff. So I'm going to create a record for that. Say that person information, person detail, can have it. The tag is fine here. Okay, now I'm going to. There is nothing here. This is not a hidden. This is okay. We'll come back to that record and all this stuff. Okay, if you look here, the advanced condition is you can't add that. I like once it is done, I'll explain you why they are not allowing to add that and why they are having it. Okay, we'll talk about it later. Now the attribute also you can go here, you can create, or you can probably can come here also you can create. No, they are not allowing it. So now here we go here. Okay, now we are going to the database item. Okay, for the timing we'll stick with the database item. In the later tutorial we talk about all the different items. Okay, now this is everything starts with person extract. Like if you see that my information, everything starts with person extract ID, person extract, like extract person information. So I'm going to search with extract person. Okay, now I can have creation date, effective start date also, that is fine to me. Extract person ID and what else? Number. Do they have a applicant number? Okay, extract person. The good thing is they are allowing you to choose multiple. Like, that's a good thing. I like it. And system person type. Sys- System. Set system person type. Okay. Now add. So basically, I select all whatever I want. That okay. Now you can go and like if you want to change something information, you can go and change it. Okay. Now cancel that. I'm going to okay. I'm going to hide this one. I don't need them to expose it. Okay, why do I need it? I tell you now it doesn't make any difference, but earlier we need these kind of hidden columns. I tell you why do we need that in the end of the this one. Inside we are done. Okay. Now I'm coming back to the person demo. Then I'm creating a child data group. That is say person name data DG. Sorry, DG. Tag name is fine. What is the user entity? Okay, the child user entity does not ask you for the what is it called, the threading. The reason is threading always done in the root group. Okay, I'm saving it. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now I need a data. Sorry, let me come here. Okay, now this has to be connected with the parent data group. How do we go for it? It is a person ID. Am I right? This is getting connected. Now extract person ID. Uh, extract person. Okay, now extract person. Extract person. I see? Okay, search it, extract person. Okay, extract person ID because I was not sure about the D is capital or not. Okay, now the same way here you are coming here. It is says person historical. The problem is still I'm seeing that is like okay historical. Then what? Okay, person 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 histo historical person. Okay, person historical name person ID. Okay, that is what it is. So that is a okay. Okay, this is the person name ID is the primary key of that name. The person ID is the child. I mean that parent key of this one. So that is how we are going for it. Okay, now the relation between this one is formed. That like the developer form is formed. We'll come to the filter rate later. We will go to the record. Okay, record the same way we can like they are expecting to save the record. Now we'll create a record for that. We can create a record here. Add a record. Person name detail. Person name detail. Okay, that's it. We don't care about all this. So this one detail is a fast form process typing is a fast formula. No, we are going fast formula. We are not going to talk about balance group and all this stuff. Okay, that is payroll related things. Now we'll come to the record. We add. So already we selected what are we going to see the person name ID, effective start date, type, first name, last name. We are not going to do the full name for some other reasons because we are going to reuse the extract first to display. I mean, demo something else. Now I come here, database item. Okay. Now we go extract person person historical. Sorry, that's how it starts. Person historical historical name. Okay, name. Okay, I just choose one by one. I have to look for a person ID, person name ID, I think. Okay, let me choose both. I'll hide both. Okay, now says that effective. That is effective start date. So just tell me when it started and name type, name type. Then let me see whether this works. Oh, it's working. That's fine. Good. So I'm taking the first name and the last name. Okay, I'm not taking the full name. Okay, now I'm choosing everything. Okay, we are done here. So we are going to hide the both IDs. Okay, person name ID. We are going to hide the ID that we are hiding it. Okay, we are not going to make record. We'll take it to some other tutorial. Now we have all these things. Here the order is not a big deal. Like the order is they're not allowing to change it. That is okay. The reason is order is not a big deal. The reason is like whatever you want to convert them into a text or something is a XML, whatever the output is. So there, like you can put a template, you can convert them into a yeah, like whichever order you want that. Okay, I'm saving that part. Now we are coming to address part. Okay, address again. What we are going to do here is email ID, mail type, email address, and date from that. The same thing we are going to do here. Okay, add a child data group. Okay, now I'm going to say person address DG, person address data group. Tag is fine. User entity is we are putting the user entity that is the address data group, whatever the email address data group is there. Now we are going to save that. it is going to combine that the relation has to be made. Now the relation has to be made between the name and address because the child of the address. So we know that here it comes person historical name, person historical, person ID was okay. Let me check. Okay. Why? Okay. Spelling is wrong. PR. Okay. Person name ID. So we are not looking a person name ID. We are looking a person ID because the connection is by person only. Okay. The person name ID is done. Here we have the address also should have some kind of a person information. What we call person all. I think it is starting with all. So the same thing will do. Does it have a person all IDs here? The person ID is here. So we are picked up that. Okay, now we are good at that part. Okay, now, okay, we are done that. Okay. Now what are we going to do here? Is a data group. So we need a record. Here, let's see whether it is allowing to create. No, they are not allowing to create here. So we go here, add record. Okay, the record name is person address. Okay, person DDRESS detail. Okay, person address detail. I'm making this one record. The reason why I'm making the record is I don't need any information of the person name that does not have a address. So I need all basically the whatever you are doing here that's not okay. Basically okay. It's not about that. The record is not coming unless until that person that the record is required that making it required because since it is a required child of it, then like you cannot get this information unless until this is a required like this is satisfied. So that is what we are making it required. Okay, we are making a record of the record. That I mean that data. What that the address detail we are making it required. Okay, now I will see that. Okay, this is what we are making. Now we are going to the attribute. Then I'll show you what we need is we are show the address ID, type, address, date from. Okay. So now I'm going here. Database item. That is a person all. So it is like keeping the person. Okay, space all. And it says email. Okay, let's see. Mail address ID I'm bringing that. Date from I'm bringing that. And that email address also I'm bringing that. And then I need a date from address is address ID type. Okay. Now we go for a type. Type is not here. Okay. Okay. Type. Okay. Add. Okay. Now we are making this as a header. Okay. Now our extract is ready. Okay. 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 We are saving it again. I am making it ready. Okay. Now if you go here, you can see advanced condition, but you can't add anything. Why it is not allowing you to add anything? Okay. Now here also you can come here. Everywhere you can see like you can see the record also. You can see advanced condition is not allowing to add anything. This has got a relation with the hidden column. Certain. What happened either in EBS days or when the extract is started, they allow you to add advanced conditions where you can put a restriction on that. The restriction you can choose it. For example, you can say that a person ID is equivalent to something or a person type is equivalent to something. Only the record is extracted. Only this the condition is satisfied. Okay. So now what happened? Why that is related to hidden? Because sometimes we need to validate a record on certain attribute which we don't need to extract. That is the reason the hidden information came into the picture. For example, here I don't want to send the phone number, but I need a person. I'm going to extract only the people who has got a phone number. Assume that it's just a hypothetical. So, or the person who's got the email address, but I don't want to send the email information. So, in this case, that you probably hide the record, but you need put a kind of a condition onto that. So, the hidden and that you are using that certain element or record for a validating purpose. We don't want to send it. So that is the reason you are hiding it, but you need that, the advanced, you are using that in the advanced condition. That is the whole idea of the hiding, and this goes together. Now the thing, what happened here is this has got a performance issue. Now the reason is this information is validated after you are getting the record. After the information is fetched from the database, after the inform that in this case that fast formula is executed, it is getting the information, then it is validated. So this is what happens if you have a million information or a million employee, you are going to fetch the million employee, then you are going to validate one by one. This is a performance issue. That is the reason they stopped doing here. So the alternative is you can use the filter conditions. I will come to that in a later or in the later tutorial. So instead of that, you have to pick a filter condition. That making the filter condition basically in a SQL, so it is executed while you are getting the information. So uh, the filter happened on a database level, so it get the information which is after filtering that information. That is a performance fast. So the performance satisfied. That the problem what is happening here is you need to understand the SQL, you need to understand the table, alias, column. So unless until you have some kind of a technical skill on the SQL and the understanding of the table and the column, you can't do that. Okay, that the originally the advanced condition came into the picture because of they don't want you to have any skill. You can go and choose that the information, and you can filter whatever you want. You can say male equal to gender equal to something, or the address city equal to say California or whatever, something you can say that. So that's easier. Nowadays you have to know what is the address table and which is the column which store the city's information. All this information you need to that is that give and take of performance and the usability part. Okay, now we'll come to validate part. Okay, the validate. This is all fast formula which is not compiled. Here the validate is here. If you are pressing it again, this should do that. In a later, one of the tutorials say where you can see that basically these are that ESS job is executed. Where you can see all the ESS job which is getting executed. I will talk about it later. Okay, this is compiled. Okay, validation messages. The data group hierarchy structure in the demo extract is valid. You need to select at least one delivery option. Okay, we'll come to the delivery option. Okay, now this is valid. Now we are going back and we are going to do a delivery. Delivery is how that file is delivered. So at least now the hierarchy is ready. Okay, now we are going to delivery. We are going to create one for that. Okay. So I say demo 002. That is for this one. Okay, delivery is none. Okay, we are just going for none because that is that XML. Okay. Okay. The only thing I need is demo 001. Okay. I will sorry demo test 001. That is my file name. That is fine. I don't care. Okay, everything else is fine to me. Okay, save. Okay. I can do a validate one more to make sure everything is valid. Okay. Now I validate. This is that the record is the top level record is need to be compiled again. Okay, it is compiled. When you are refreshing, it is compiled. Then we are done. Okay. Now I am going to run this part. Okay, I am running it as of today. I'm giving a name. I'll give a like the date is okay 24/02/11. Time I'll give it okay whatever time is like 20. Okay, I'm submitting it. This is the name you can give it. In my case, I always give a date and time, but that is fine. Okay, you refresh it. Okay, this came here. You can go here. Then it takes a time. Then we'll come back to that. Okay, okay, it is completed now. Now we'll go to that output part. You can see that what are number of threads it is actually it is going on. You can see that. Okay, now we look at the extract delivery. Okay, the file is there. Okay. Okay. Wait, there's a zip file. Okay, the log file. I'm not interested in log file. Okay, I'm interested in output. Let's see. Is downloading it. Okay, open. I prefer to open them in the this one. So like as usual, I open the. Okay, I just create a sorry new one. Take the file, download. Okay, wait. Okay, now you can see the output of it. This is a action ID and the flow name and the object action ID, except criteria and all the stuff. Person affected date, number, system. This is here. Okay. Now what we are seeing here is we'll come to that person name detail. Okay. So you have the person detail, the creation date, the effective end date, the number, and ID is not here. If you see that the ID is not coming, just hidden. Okay, now you are coming to the start date here also. You can see the ID here. Okay, and the person address detail. If you see that my previous extract, the first person didn't have the email address. Here the thing is, uh, okay, it is supposed to be email. Okay, I gave a wrong name. That's fine. So basically, you don't have a person who doesn't have a email ID. Okay, all the person has got a person address, like the email address. So that is what the required class did that. Now what we are going here, if you are seeing here, probably the address comes twice. If you are here, is the US person type US, then you are global. It's the same person. Okay, Max Bailey, Max Bailey. Now how do we validate this one? We have seen that and how do you validate that? That we can come to that son. Okay. That probably we'll look at that into the next lesson. Next lesson, we also see that how we can add a one more how do we can add a parameter. Now, if you are looking for the parameter here probably you have only the effective date is only the parameter. Now that also we look at that, and we also restrict the person who has like the name is only a global or a US, whichever you want. Okay. Till that, bye.